Admit it! During the lockdown, you have finished more than a dozen TV series and probably rewatched some of them too. Tiger King for the win!
Carol Baskin, have you ever met a guy quite as amazing as me, Joe Exotic?
In case you've run out of shows to binge watch, here are some less popular suggestions for your consideration. Trust me, you'll regret not discovering them sooner. Let's press play on these 11 most underrated TV shows of the 2000s. What's up, Factmatics? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Stay tuned because our top pick might just be the best show on TV that you've never seen.
So good. How is it so good?
What time is it?
Number 11, Peaky Blinders.
More guns and no balls, right, Billy boy?
If you're still not watching this period British crime drama, then what the heck are you waiting for? Airing on BBC since 2013, Peaky Blinders is set in early 20th century Birmingham, when a notorious urban street gang led by Tommy Shelby would stop at nothing to move up in the world. Apart from its stellar cast led by Cillian Murphy, there's a number of reasons this show is totally worth your time. For one, fans praise the show for its fast pace, gripping script, and top-notch direction that perfectly captured this chaotic period in England's history. No surprise there, considering the show's estimated cost of at least $1.5 million per episode. Stans also agree that the show will keep you on the edge of your seat, and the spectacular acting will have you thinking about the show for days. The series still has at least 2 more seasons in the works, so there's no better time to start watching than now. And that is...
By order of the Peaky Blinders.
Keep watching because our number 1 pick was even proclaimed the smartest TV series of the 21st century. Number 10, Hannibal. Can you smell what Hannibal Lecter is cooking? Well, if the chef is a cannibalistic serial killer, then you better think twice before munching on that medium-rare steak. As long as you're not having dinner while binging on this show, then there shouldn't be any problems.
The blood was from a cow, only in the derogatory sense.
This psychological thriller, based on Thomas Harris's novels, focuses on the relationship of FBI agent Will Graham and forensic psychiatrist/murderous cannibal Dr. Hannibal Lecter. The conflict arises from Lecter being Graham's worst enemy, yet also his best confidant.
If by limitations you mean the difference between sanity and insanity, I don't accept that.
What do you accept?
The series received critical acclaim for the brilliant performances of the cast. Pundits even say the character of the cannibalistic villain is actor Mads Mikkelsen's finest work to date, but perhaps because of its obscene take on violence, the show was canceled just 3 seasons in. Now that it's already on streaming platforms like Amazon and Netflix, the question is whether there will be enough clamor to bring it back for a 4th season after a long hiatus. Number 9, Wynonna Earp.
Please get me out!
Tricks, they're not just for kids.
The supernatural Western horror TV series revolves around a young woman named Wynonna Earp, who's tasked with killing resurrected outlaws once killed by her great-great-grandfather and sending them back to hell.
I am a lesbian.
Oh, like you never went through an experimental phase.
Not with gnomes.
Much like its bonkers premise, the show doesn't take itself too seriously, and its sharp-tongued, gunslinging lead has captivated a cult following who are looking for some over-the-top supernatural clusterfork. But don't underestimate its unabashed silliness, because Wynonna Earp was hailed by Variety as one of the best TV shows of 2017, and it ranked high up in the New York Times list of must-see shows on Netflix.
Any last words?
I miss Macaulay Culkin.
No, wait, really, I love her.
You're making me look like an asshole.
Number 8, Rome. I don't blame you for not remembering this obscure HBO historical drama from 2005, but this one's an oldie but a goodie.
They have declared in effect that all of you also are criminals.
Set in 1st century BC, the show essentially chronicles Rome's transition from republic to empire. The two lead characters, soldiers named Lucius Vorenus and Titus Pullo, find themselves intertwined with actual historical events and the complex power struggle that defined the Roman Empire. Filmed in multiple locations in Italy, the UK, and the US, and featuring key historical personalities such as Julius Caesar, Octavian, Mark Antony, and Cleopatra, Rome was arguably the most ambitious show to be produced, not just for HBO, but in all of cable TV. It was such an epic spectacle that most didn't even think possible for TV. How about a $100 million budget for its pilot alone? Despite glowing reviews and several award nominations, the show was canceled in 2007, just 2 seasons in with a total of 22 episodes, because the low viewership just couldn't justify the cost.
I see. All right. Come, old friend. We have to move.
Number 7, Carnival. Another criminally underrated show from HBO that got canceled way too soon is this fantasy drama set in the 1930s, which, at its core, is about the struggle of good and evil.
And the abomination will be in thy midst.
The power of Christ compels you.
It follows the story of a traveling circus run by a figure called Management, as it picks up a young man named Ben Hawkins who has healing powers and hides a mysterious past. On the other side, there's a Methodist preacher named Brother Justin who also develops strange abilities of his own.
Can you not see that you are a prisoner of your past? Only I can set you free from this bondage. It is time to choose, Sophie.
Carnival set an audience record with its pilot and drew mostly positive ratings throughout its first season. It even won 5 Emmys in 2004 and received other nominations and awards during its run. But the show's slow burn pace tested the patience of its viewers, and the original 6-season plan was cut short to just 2. Number 6, Superstore.
Team, are we Cloud 1? No. Are we Cloud 2? No. Are we Cloud 3? No. Are we Cloud 5?
This chant seems a little on the long side.
Putting the unsung heroes of big box stores front and center is NBC's sitcom Superstore, which centers around a ragtag group of employees who work at a fictional store in St. Louis, Missouri called Cloud 9.
Oh, great job, Mateo. Great job.
Hey, we're all staying late to do more work. I'm so sorry. I just found out about it.
Hailed by the LA Times as one of TV's best new comedies, the workplace comedy had consistent footing since it aired, but it never really took off to the great heights it deserved. Sadly, in early 2021, NBC announced its cancellation following the departure of America Ferrera, who's one of its major cast members and executive producers.
Hello? Are you still there?
Number 5, Schitt's Creek.
Every time I say the words Schitt's Creek, we're required to put the words Schitt's Creek on the screen.
To be fair, everyone's drinking the Schitt's Creek Kool-Aid now, after it dominated various award shows just as it wrapped up its 6th and final season.
Myra, I have to ask you, are those wigs real hair? I just want to reach out and
Please don't. No, Maureen does not like to be manhandled.
For the few who remain uninitiated, Schitt's Creek is a Canadian sitcom created by father and son duo Eugene and Dan Levy that follows the ultra-rich Rose family who had to start over from scratch after losing all their fortune. When all of their properties were seized by the authorities after being defrauded, the family was left with no choice but to stay in a rundown motel at a small town called Schitt's Creek, the only property they had left.
Oh my David, what you just saw was your mother and me
I know what I saw.
having an intimate moment.
Unsee that.
Okay,
Oh
and
my
I
God, you
refuse
poor
to feel guilty about being in bed with my wife.
This little show that could had mostly flown under the radar of network viewers during its first few seasons, but it slowly garnered a cult following in its 4th season. Fast forward to 2020, and the sitcom finally earned the respect and attention it deserved when it swept all the major comedy awards during the 2020 Emmy Awards. So you better hop on the Schitt's Creek bus if you don't want to suffer some serious FOMO.
Please, everyone, stay calm. Whatever you're
you do? Do not look them in the eye!
You're making them angrier!
Number 4. 12 Monkeys. The 1995 sci-fi flick 12 Monkeys starring Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis became such a cult hit that a TV adaptation didn't come as a surprise.
In 2017, a plague killed 7 billion people. Only a fraction of the world's population survived.
I bet that intro line alone caught your attention. This show follows scavenger James Cole, who was recruited by a team called Project Splinter to travel from 2043 to 2015 to stop the release of a deadly virus by an organization called the Army of the 12 Monkeys. He enlists the help of virologist Dr. Cassandra Rayleigh, and the two of them battle the dangerous, high-ranking members of the sinister army.
You made time travel work. I never knew why. Until now.
Though critical response was mixed, this defunct sci-fi post-apocalyptic drama is totally worth a second look, as it gives us a glimpse of the futility of life in the midst of the end of the world. Number 3, The Leftovers. Imagine people you love disappearing in just the blink of an eye for seemingly no reason at all.
Many of our loved ones were lost 3 years ago. We still wonder where they went and why.
That's the main premise of this HBO supernatural mystery drama, which premiered in 2014. The plot of The Leftovers begins 3 years after the so-called sudden departure, the global event that wiped out 2% of the world's population, like a milder version of the blip in the Avengers. The series follows the lives of police chief Kevin Garvey, masterfully played by Justin Theroux, and his family, along with other characters left to adjust to life after the sudden departure.
I didn't tell them about you because you're not here. I love my family. I love them.
Its first season received mostly positive reviews, but it's not until seasons 2 and 3 that critics started hailing it as one of the greatest TV shows of all time by elegantly tackling the most complex existential questions and the purpose of mankind's existence. Number 2, Mr. Robot.
Though she's a psychologist, she's really bad at reading people, but I'm good at reading people. My secret? I look for the worst in them.
If that isn't the most cynical line on a TV show ever, I don't know what is. Mr. Robot is a drama thriller created for NBC that premiered online in 2015. The story revolves around Elliot Anderson, the breakout role for Oscar winner Rami Malek. Elliot is a cybersecurity engineer in New York City, suffering from a host of mental disorders, who turns to hacking as a way to connect with people. He is then recruited by a mysterious anarchist known as Mr. Robot, played by Christian Slater, to join a group of hacktivists that aims to cancel all consumer debts brought about by huge corporations.
This, the thrill of pawning a system. This is the greatest rush. God access. The feeling never gets old.
The show ran until 2019 for 4 seasons. It received praise for the spectacular performance by Malek and Slater, and the series bagged multiple awards from the Golden Globes and the Emmys during its stellar run. Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content, and of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1, The Venture Bros. Topping our list is this adult animated TV series created by Jackson Public for Adult Swim, Cartoon Network's late-night programming block. It chronicles the lives of the Venture family, focusing on the twins Hank and Dean, and their bizarre escapades with their loving but insecure, unethical, and underachieving super scientist dad, Dr. Rusty Venture.
Oh, I'm so devil-may-care with my billions of dollars. But don't worry, son. I have a huge life insurance policy, so you'll be fine.
One of the longest-running original series of Adult Swim, The Venture Bros premiered in August 2004 and bid adieu in 2018. Beneath the trappings of its storyline and characters, which were reimaginings of Johnny Quest from the 60s, The show highlighted remarkable growth for its characters Hank and Dean, who learned to navigate failure, accept change, and ultimately find their place in the world.
I'm not Wonder Boy. I'm Hank Fincher, and I want to go home.
Please don't leave me again, Wonder Boy, please.
Top-notch comedy with loads of old-school references and over-the-top villains. It's no wonder that The Venture Bros was declared by IGN as one of the best adult animated series of the 21st century. So, which one of these shows would you start binge-watching? Stat! Let us know in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? Now, here's something to consider for your next movie night. Check out our list of the 8 horror movies based on true stories. Till then, stay chill, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.